Good afternoon, student. Now in this lecture, we are going to see the about operators. Now, before going to study about operators, first of all, we have to talk about the your program file. Now, keep in mind in your program file. First of all, you have to write your program on your white paper. You have to write the program on your blank page, and you have to write the at least 10 programs. After 10 programs, you have to write all programs with their algorithm, and flowchart. But this is not applicable for first 10 program. After first 10 program, you have to make algorithm and flowchart for all the program you have done in your program file. Now, make a separate program file from your notebook. This is very important to you to make the separate program file. Now, when we are going to discuss about algorithm and flowchart, I will tell you how to make the flowchart and algorithm for your program. Now, till now, you just write the program. I will tell you the list of program in our next lecture. Now, just start the operator. Our first topic of today is operator. Now, see, there are many type of operator we have studied about the previous class. First one is our unary operator. Unary operator, that means act on one operand. That means unary, that means one. Unary, that means one. Ek, unary, that means ek, that means one. Unary operators act as on one operand. There are two unary operators, unary plus and unary minus. Suppose unary plus, if we are going to write a equal to 5, then if we have written a plus, that means it represents plus 5, that means or 5, because no sign needed after positive number, before positive number. Now if we put a equal to 0, then a plus means 0, because 0 is neither positive and nor negative number. Suppose if we have assigned a equal to minus 10, then a plus means minus 10, because if you have go through the rules of multiplication of sign, then minus and plus multiplied by will get minus. That means when minus and plus is going to multiply, then result will be minus. So this is your unary plus. Here plus is the operator and a is the operand. Now similarly, if we are going to talk about unary minus, that means negative, then if we have written a equal to 5, then if we have assigned a minus, then it represents minus 5. That means this value will be negative. A equal to 0, that means if we are going to see a minus, then it will be 0, because 0 is neither positive and nor negative. If we have written a equal to minus 10, then if we have written a minus means 10, because here minus and this is also minus, and both multiplication of minus will get the positive result. So this is your unary plus and unary minus operators. Now second one is our binary operators. Binary, that means 2. Binary, that means 2. That means binary मतलब 2. 2 binary operators act on two operands. There we have to need two operands to perform the binary operators. These are some binary arithmetic operators: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division, and modulus. And last one is your exponent. These are some binary operators. Now we will see. First one is our addition. Now see, if we have written down a equal to 10, b equal to 20, then print a plus b. This is your binary operator because here two operands. First operand is a, second operand is b. Now we have applied the binary plus, that means addition operator. Now this will give the output as 30. Add the both a and b two numbers and you will get the result of 30. Similarly, if we are going to print a minus b, then it will subtract the numbers. You will get minus 10 because a is 10 and b is 20 and we have applied a minus b, that means 10 minus 20. That's why it will give the minus 10. Now if we are going to apply multiplication operator, that means a multiplied by b, then it will give the multiplication of two numbers. 10 into 20 is 200. Now I hope this is clear. Now if we are going to divide, suppose we have divided a to b, then 10 upon 20, that will give you 0.5. So see, your result is 0.5. Now our next is floor division. Suppose that if we have take b as 3, now observe the output. Here output is 3.3335. That means if we have divided, your output will be 3.33 something. Now if we are going to divide it with floor division, now suppose that we have done the floor division. Now check the output. Here the sign of floor division is 2 times 12. Now check the output. This gives the result 3. Now this will return only 3. Now if we take x equal to 11 and y equal to 2, then print x, 4 division y. Now check the output. So this will return 5. So this will return 5. Because floor division function returns the integer part of the number, but observe the pattern of this output. See here, if the 3.33, that means we have divided it using floor function, then it returns the number of this is not going to add the or some round of the number like 3.5 which treated as 4, but this will happen of using ceil function. In throw function it will return the number of the integer number. That means this is not going to 5.5 is return as 5. Similarly, if 5.7 or 5.9 is also returned return 5 using throw division function, because when we have using throw division method, this will return the integer part of that number, and this is not going to round up the number. This is return the original integer. 5.9 is when 5.9 is round off as 6, but using throw function you will get the result as 5. So this is your throw division. Now next one is your modulus operator. Return remainder part. Now if we have print x modulus y, see this is return 1. That means if you are going to divide 11 by 2, this will happen 2 5 are 10 and 1 will be the remainder. Then this will return the remainder. The output will be 1. This is your modulus operator. If we have take any other example, divide 22 modulus 4. Now check the output. See 2. 2 is the remainder because 4 5 are 20 and 2 will be the remainder. This is your modulus function. So 2 is the remainder. Now next one is our exponent function. So this is your remainder function and the next one is your exponent function. Suppose we have to use print to exponent 2. Now check the output. See this is 4 because 2 to the power is 4. If you have 2 to the power 5. Now this will return 32. That means this is your 2 power 5. That is result will be 32. Similarly, if a equal to 10, b equal to 3. Now if we have calculated c equal to a b power b in c. Now you will get result 10 to the power 3 and that will be 1000. So this will return 1000. If you have written d equal to b power a, that means 3 to the power 10. Int a. Now check the output. This will be the value of 3 to the power 10. So this is our binary and unary operator. In our next video lecture, we have see about the some more operators. Now, thank you for watching today.